How to get a business credit card with no business. Are you skeptical yet? I know I was, but it is absolutely true. It's completely obtainable, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, or you need to do it better, well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
So when it comes to business credit, let me quickly explain to you the big difference. So business credit is much different than personal credit. As many of you are already aware, we have personal credit reports now. When it comes to personal credit, there are 3 different credit reporting agencies. We have Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. They will report all of your personal debts that you have, such as your automobile loan, your car note, for example, a mortgage if you have one, student loans, and any personal credit cards that you have. But the thing is, when it comes to personal credit, it can get very difficult when you start using your personal credit cards, especially when you're using them to build your business. As you know, when you start using your personal credit cards and you start to increase your balances and they start to go close to the limits, your credit score will drop. So if you have a credit card and you've completely paid it off, you've never used it, and it's on your credit report right now with a 0 balance, that's an awesome thing. But as soon as you start using that credit card, your credit score is going to change, especially if you start to put that balance too close to the limit. I found this out the hard way. I literally started using my credit cards to pay for some Google ads, to pay for some Facebook ads, basically to grow my business. And my personal credit score dropped nearly 200 points. It was devastating. I had worked really hard to get my credit score back up after finding myself in my parents' basement, bankrupt with foreclosures. I actually pulled myself out of that situation and fixed my personal credit and then started building my business. But my biggest mistake was I didn't build business credit. So let me tell you the difference and how you can take advantage. The best thing about business credit and business credit cards is they don't report on your personal credit report. So let me talk to you about business credit. Again, there are 3 separate bureaus, just like your personal credit. You have Equifax Business, you have Experian Business, and you have Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet being the major business credit reporting agency at this time, and the one that you really want to start with and work on, because that is the one that most companies will look at and that they recognize. But the great thing about it is you can literally start getting business credit cards and start transferring your personal credit cards and some of your personal debt onto your business. That is such a secret. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. In fact, if you're loving this and you really want to know, make sure you click that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of this content, because I share with you all the secrets and I don't leave out anything. So business credit cards will allow you to actually use those credit cards as much as you please, and you'll actually be rewarded for it in the business credit world. So like I said, in the personal credit world, if you start using your credit cards, your personal credit score will be affected in some way. Usually you will lose points as you start using those credit cards a lot. But in the business credit world, if you start using your business credit cards and you pay those credit cards on time, the same way you do with your personal credit, you're actually rewarded, and they will increase your limits way more than they ever will in the personal credit world. And that's because businesses need credit to grow. And so if you use your credit and you pay it on time, in the business credit world, you are rewarded for this. They will literally give you better credit scores because you can manage your debt. In the personal credit world, you are not rewarded the same way. Literally, you will also get more limits in the business credit card world. For example, with business credit cards, I can have a credit card and I'll get $25,000 immediately, as where I probably would only get like $5,000 on my personal credit cards. Literally, I have found that it is 5 to 10 times higher in the business credit world than it is in the personal credit world, just because businesses need credit and funding to grow their businesses, and that is where most of the money is and why they will reward you if you get those credit cards and you pay them on time. So now let's get into how you're going to do this without an actual business. Well, like I said, you don't actually have to have a business that's up and running. You don't need a store. You don't need really anything. You really can actually be a contractor, okay? You can drive Uber, for example, things like that, and you can qualify for business credit because that is a business and you are an independent contractor. But what I'm going to suggest to you is going to unlock hundreds of thousands of dollars in business credit funding. You want to go ahead and actually set up a small business. Like I said, you don't need to show profits, have revenue, you don't need a building, you don't need inventory, you don't need sales, you don't need a lot of customers. Like, you really just need to have a business on paper. So go ahead and name your business, get an LLC, an S Corp or a C Corp, essentially register the business with the Secretary of State, get an EIN number, and this is completely free. You can get your employer identification number or the EIN number from the IRS for free. Just go to irs.gov. Once you do this, the EIN number is almost like your social security number, and that will identify your business, and that is what you will use to get business credit cards. So there you have it. Now you have the exact way to get a business credit card without really having a business. You literally can do this in just a day. So make sure you watch all of my videos. I've made a ton of videos that teach you all about business credit and how to build it quickly. In fact, I'll put a link below. Go ahead and like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click that little notification bell so you don't miss any of this content. I want to make sure you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful in your business, just like I am. This is Noelle, to your success.